Wow, what a Caprice at? Me and motherfucker. Me and what? I want a picture of the white Caprice when this shit get out right there. That's what I want. I want the picture of the white Caprice, dog. Man, I swear, boy. This called Caprice Classics, motherfucking stories. That's what I'm talking about. We had this song going, had the red light in the motherfucking Caprice, bro. Me and this motherfucker terrorized. I think we stopped at like 4 houses that night.
You got gas money?
We did. We was there. Gucci glasses, Kango hat. Look for real though.
So you're responsible for this.
Ooh,
that's why it's so much stuff happened that
it's so much.
When y'all came at me about that the assist, I was like, we got so much ass. We done forgot, like seriously, like we done got so much ass. You forget about it. You gotta see that person like, oh, I remember you. Fuck, I remember.
Oh shit.
I'm speaking for myself. I don't want nobody.
Man, I swear.
Sometimes you see somebody at Albert and you like, and then y'all both look at each other like,
yeah. I've been fortunate enough to not have to run into too many people, so yeah.
Hey, yo, man.
We back, man. Hey, man, welcome to the King's Court. We was already back.
We was already back. All right.
Yeah. So just want to do a quick recap, man.
Yeah.
We've been talking about a lot of shit. We've been trying to stick with this, questions game that we're doing. There's so many potholes, and I think the beautiful thing about this damn show is that we're going to keep making potholes and jumping back, jumping forward. So that's why you're going to have to stick with it at all times to keep up with all of these stories, because we having a good time. I promise you that.
One show leads to another show.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like an episode, and it's basically an episode.
Give a fuck about the man. I'm just saying. Hey, yo, man.
I feel like I never heard this song before.
What do you regret not doing in your younger years?
Oh, come on now. Who asked that question?
Now we pod.
Yeah.
Who asked
that question? Shout them out.
Okay, shout them out.
Crable.
There we go.
Okay. Say that again.
It says, what do you regret not doing in your younger years?
All right, so what do you regret not doing in your younger years, sir?
I would actually say taking school serious.
That's a good one.
To be honest, because I can breeze through. If I would have took school serious as far as high school and college, I can breeze through all that. Like that's.
So is it fair to say that you weren't motivated?
Nah, not at all.
Is that okay? So I'm gonna come back to you. So what's your answer to that question?
You said my what?
What would be your one? If there's one thing, what is it? A regret kind of? Not the word. He didn't say regret.
What do you regret not doing in your younger years?
What do you regret not doing in your younger years?
Jeez.
Phone in your head, in the palm of my hand.
I wouldn't put it. It wouldn't be like. It's not a specific thing because you gotta understand the way that we was living and the way that we carved out. Like we was really fucking doing like I can speak for myself. I was really like fucking doing like grown people shit. Like so it.
I think that goes for everybody in this room.
Yeah, you feel like you did like we like. It wasn't like nothing that I could regret. You feel? I would change that. I would change that question and be like, what like you feel? What I thought that I could have fucking like either avoided or could have had more of a grown person mindset in certain areas.
Okay.
And that probably will be what my probably like dealing with my interaction with people, like the way I interacted with certain individuals. Because really, when you, if anybody from back then know, like it wasn't too much people. Like we kind of roll like that right now. Like period. Like if we want to be seen, we want to be seen. If we don't want to be seen, we don't want to be seen.
Very much.
Like so those who were fortunate enough to be able like to see us and interact with us or whatever, and that I just think the people that outside of that interaction or whatever, that outside of that close knit. I should have treated like certain. I should have cultivated a lot more relationships and treated it a lot better. And I'm just talking about just like from me knowing certain people and shit like that. I could have done it a lot of ways because our attitude was like we was the underdog. So Like
Always happen.
every time we went out and it was niggas doing it this way.
And we chose to
That's
go.
what I regret. You just gave me another regret.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell them.
I did so. We was wild.
Nah, for real, facts.
Wow.
Facts,
And,
that's facts.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm just want to interject for like 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
In order to be friends with you, like we were your real friends, because you always gonna have somebody coming at you. At
You
that
always did,
particular
yeah,
time.
always.
So, yeah.
But being out, if you was outside looking in,
yeah.
and that was the perception, you was outside looking in, like he starts it. And it's like until you was like right there, hands on, I was like, yo,
Correct.
That's what made me like, yo,
You're right.
okay, so look, these ones, so like ain't no bullying going around just because he don't fuck with y'all, and don't underestimate him because he choose to live life how he want to live life, you feel?
Yeah.
Okay, then he get to the real nitty gritty. Oh, you mad because your man's like him. Oh.
all my fights mainly revolved around women.
Yeah.
You know, they would never say it until it came out. Like, you fought, did you fight Sean? I'm like, who the fuck is Sean? That's my baby dad. Oh, that's just, yeah, he ran up on me.
That's
like,
what it facts. Facts, man. Now it was just it's.
I ain't like going to certain places with you, man, because I knew it was gonna be some shit, and I was like, man, I'm not trying to go there.
That's what. But that's okay.
But that's what makes everybody different.
But that's what made everybody different. Like if it was 2 cars, we already know who was riding. If it was 4 of us, we already know who was riding. We know
At the
you
end
was
of the
riding.
night, we know everything was gonna be going on.
We was tag. We know you was going with Jay. We like, all right, cool. Me and him going. Me and Tay, we going. We gone. We out of here. And everybody gonna be straight at the. I'm saying everybody gonna be straight at the end of the night. I don't know if that's what we. And it couldn't be like I used to think if it was like some personality shit. But then I was like, it was times where it was fucking me and Sweets.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Like it was like and we on the same shit. Like I remember Sweets had me in the mall, like just on some cool shit, and then ultimately
I think it was more of swing man.
Yeah.
See, that's why I like.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm like, okay, me and Tony, we were swing. Whatever was going on, like, okay, she got some friends, let's go. Me and you, we had to be like, you know how you be like, they when the NBA team got a team that got good players, they're like, he's better when he sit on the bench. Or maybe I was that person that didn't jail, you know, like I brought some ones around, like he was like, nah. But it's like, I think it was like who worked better 1-on-1 or 2-on-2.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true, man. It's 100%
Yeah, that's
true.
what it
It was
is,
fun. It was fun.
But I don't think I have any. I don't have any regrets. Like I try not to have any regrets. I try to just look at things in a different light.
You know what? I think we all sit on that that word regret and take it as it's a negative thing and all this other stuff. I'm not going to take that approach tonight because I don't think anybody in this room has like a real regret. I think we're very happy with where we are right now in life in general. Obviously, we want more and better for ourselves, but because there's things that, you know, obviously if you didn't do this, then something else would have happened. It throws off the whole thing, that whole butterfly effect, that type of shit. So what I would say to answer that question, obviously the one thing I wish I would have done is listen to myself a little bit more. That's one thing if I could say. You know, everybody has their own beliefs and what they hear and what they see. And when you look up in the sky, I see clouds, but you might see the cloud god, and I'm just looking at them like puff clouds. So everybody has a difference when it comes to that. But for me, my voice in my head typically has not steered me wrong.
But
my
that's a
issue.
whole nother, your voice in your head was your intuition.
Correct.
Your ego is what overrides.
Oh, 100%.
So
1,000%.
the ego is like, nah, no,
yeah,
do it.
of
And you
course. But see, for I can speak for this in continuation. For me, it's a challenge. It's like, well, how big of a piece of cake do you want to bite? You know, if you bite this big piece of cake, you're going to have to work extra hard to get it off because it may cause this, it may cause this, it may cause that. But then that ego kick in, it's like, man, you built for this shit. You done went through worse than this before. You done came back from more than shit than this. You can handle this shit. You prove it. And then you go ahead and fucking do it. Simple as that.
I think the one thing that when I sit back and I think about how the transition from being like from the transition from like boys to men, you feel, or like you feel.
I wish we could call it boys to men, because that's really what it is.
Young adults, you feel, to grown folks. I believe like the transition right there is just the forethought, being able to be connected, like get connected, and not knowing that if you was young and you was and mind you, we was something like always been on my D, like all that. Like we always been in touch for sure. And it's just tapping in. It's not even tapping in with everybody be like to look outward. Like it's tapping in inward. You feel?
100%.
It's tapping in inside.
100%.
And so like when you're talking about like the gut feelings and stuff like that, that's your natural spirit. That's your natural spirit that's embedded in you.
1,000%.
That's the shit that when motherfuckers
Firewall.
well, exactly. That's your firewall. Like it used to be situations where I think I talked about it a little bit on the last one, where we just found ourselves at a party and shit just started going haywire.
Yeah.
But like I look across and he look across, he see me, I see him, and he boom, and with no questions. Like you feel in the same way. Like that's the warrior genes that's in our blood, and that's the things that we tap in. We tap into them. So that's why like. When you look back, you be like,
with y'all three, with you two, with
Yeah.
us three. We've never said, "Hey, we about to go fight these dudes."
never.
We never said, "Hey," it
Never.
was always it was the unspoken boom,
Yeah.
and we all reacted at the same time. It was never a time where we didn't react at the same time or wasn't on the same page.
I would also like to say, we never sat back and said we about to attack these women.
We never did none of that either.
Shit, move, ready,
Nah. It goes. You know, like I live by. You feel what's understood never has to be spoken. You feel like we always have an understanding. So if motherfuckers is fucking with the vibe, we gonna feel that. Like even back then, like before there was even the word, the vibe, and all that. Nah, we was like, yo, if they fucking up the mood, man, like yo, your ass gotta go. So if my mans ain't really feeling you, then I'm probably gonna be like, okay, why my mans ain't feeling you, and then it's gonna show itself.
Right.
But now,
I don't know if y'all got any more questions.
go ahead, you good, type in, keep going. Everybody gets heard.
What is something adventurous that you always wanted to do that you haven't?
Oh, this shit can turn left. This shit's gonna turn left. I told you. Look,
What
man,
they say?
Check this out. I just told my brother.
What is something adventurous that you always wanted to do but
I just told. I'm
Do something special.
I'm about to make this spicy.
Right.
This
Do
shit,
something special.
this shit about to get
Do
spicy.
something special.
Yo, man,
Do something special.
I just had a conversation.
Denise, why would you ask that?
I just
Them.
had a conversation with my guy. And it wasn't even a conversation. It was like we just threw it in a group chat. I believe that before, for those who are, officially, because officially, even if you're dating, you're still single. All right, whatever. So those who are unmarried.
My mama told me that.
Shout out to Mama Cat. I miss her so
Shout out
much.
to Mama.
Yo, so I'm saying right now, those who are not married yet, I believe, this is me. And if your man is like me, or if your man is a fucking man, he's gonna look. Let me tell you some real shit. Your man's a fucking man, then he's gonna want this shit too. Y'all gotta be able. Yeah, put the camera on me. Y'all gotta fucking look, man. Before y'all go ahead and hop that motherfucking broom, look, man, y'all gotta go get this spice up. Go get your spice numbers up.
What level of spice do you want? 1 through 5.
Look, y'all gotta
Do you like the restaurants that are 1 through 5 or 1 through 10? Let me ask you a question.
Look, man, I want the bitch 5 through 10, spicy Cajun.
So you gotta be at least a 5 on the spice level.
Man, you gotta be a
If
spot.
you can't handle the 5,
Yo,
it's not gonna work.
It's not
That's what
gonna
you're saying.
look. It's not. Check it out. Nobody wants to be married to fucking Mary that just lays there. And no female wants to be married to fucking John that just do fucking old man.
Hold on. It's called starfish.
Okay, sorry.
Nobody wants to marry. No man want to marry a starfish.
Okay. I don't know what's. I never heard of this stuff.
Starfish.
Yo, I learned something.
The word
yo.
I just learned about dead